This is not a happy video. The next one might be a little bit more funny and endearing, but not this one. In 100 days, Israeli forces have killed 31,487 Palestinians. Of the total documented fatal victims, 28,951 of them were civilians, 12,345 were children. Celebrity astrologer Kyle Thomas predicts Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift will get engaged in 2025. While Israel will enforce a blockade of food, water, fuel, and medicine from entering Gaza and bombing civilians waiting in line for food aid, a famous fast food chain gave out tens of thousands of free meals to IDF soldiers and offered a 50% discount to soldiers who go to the restaurants. McDonald's is bringing back the Double Big Mac. 1.3 million Palestinians can only count with 6 available ambulances. 84 other ones have been destroyed by Israel, who have been gifted by Joe Biden an additional $14.3 billion surplus on top of the $3.3 billion they annually receive in military aid from the United States government. Peter Griffin is coming to Fortnite. All we ever wanted was power. Still on the food chain after all. So the market listened, and they gave it to you, right there on the tip of your fingers for the sweet price of just a couple $100. Everything you could ever imagine contained in a little rectangular box. Some people left millionaires and others got addicted to granny porn, trials and tribulations. And all of a sudden, everything changed. It all feels so powerful, because suddenly you didn't need the radio to listen to Pitbull's greatest hits. Nah. Just download them bitches off Kazaa, burn them into a CD, and go around the city bumping it. Go to MySpace and post pictures of the crazy night out that you had with your friends. And ask Jeeves if that weird testicle rash that you're getting on your left ball is actually normal, or maybe the babe with the shutter glasses has some untreated syphilis. And then a few decades later, oh yeah, the funny Facebook website, it was involved in a genocide. That what once was a cozy little harmless cyberspace nowadays has very real life consequences to every single facet of our modern lives. Motherfuckers in Kentucky will be emoed out because they seen it on TikTok. 6-year-olds will be talking about having W-Riz with the guy or whatever. 30-year-old men bordering their 40s will set up a tripod to film themselves getting a drive-thru order and smoking hookah for internet likes. And quite honestly, if that was the extent, who cares? Maybe there's one too many white boys thinking that they're funny enough to have a podcast. Don't look that up. But so what? We realize that we do all this just to convey an image. That's the most important part. You want to look alternative because the haircut is kind of cool. You want to wear Ricks because Cardi wore them. You want to get a mullet. Ew. Nobody will try to check you at the grocery store to see if you really listen to Lana Del Rey if you're just doing it for the bitches. No harm, no foul. But when you're scanning a QR code at a restaurant that you find on Yelp and Uber your way there to buy some overpriced pasta that you're going to Venmo the money at the checkout, the harmless thought of doing it to look cool for the gram gets really weird when you realize that the digital is replacing the physical socially, but most importantly, politically. Like, I know she said the hard R, but it's been almost 4 damn years and she still got BLM in her bio. That bitch really about it. This big, beautiful world of imagery inherent with social media makes you want to look like someone who is progressive and seeks out for the best and is politically mild, because being vocal on these issues is very important. But not that vocal. Arrest the cops who killed Breonna Taylor? Yes, 100%, dog. I'm right there with you. But these situations should make us really reconsider what we consider the police and what their part is in this world. Dog, now you're just souring the conversation, Why are you so annoying? That's such a downer thing to say. If Martin Luther King had Instagram back then, there'd be dozens of companies in his DMs saying, Martin, buddy, we love that dream stuff you said. Man, what a slogan. We love what you stand for. We love your message, You with us, man. Just one thing. Could you just, tone down the whole not segregating bathrooms thing? Our user base really doesn't love that, buddy. We live and are taught to be socially expressive and feel fulfilled with posting a black square as a form of protest. I didn't forget about you bitches. Hashtag Blackout Tuesday. Sorry for the cop killings and everything. The only thing that seems to be left is performative social activism. You never really see the usual high-stakes celebrity going on a touchy subject and being upfront. And I'm not saying that they should. Please do not wait for Drake to form an opinion on Palestine and Israel. But they'll always want to push their name into the zeitgeist and say no shit with fuck all. Jack Harlow posts his opinions on current wars on Instagram. Man, this is Jack Harlow, man. Look, guys, I gotta be honest. I love all love, but I hate all wars. Buy my new album. Social media platforms during difficult times turned to the virtual equivalent to Disneyland. They created this big park and would get there in this world of dreams, and I'll raise up my picket sign that says, hating women is bad, while wearing my Mickey is, and everybody will clap for me. Woohoo! My buddy next to me, he raised his that say, actually, we shouldn't hate Asian people, and everybody will go, woohoo, yeah, man, you said it, I love you, woohoo. While the real owners of the park, they outside counting up our entrances fee and the money that we spend getting on the rides. Side note, all of us that still use Twitter, we are really overlooking the fact that we're still on a platform by a South African emerald mine owner and that he's spewing the white race theory like it's candy. I mean, he's so fucking bad at handling the fucking company that is doomed to fail by next quarter, but still, you're not really doing anything when you retweet a political view to your 20 followers. But it damn sure feels like it. You press post on a racism infographic to your stories and oh my god. You feel like Rosa Parks refusing to get up. And that's why the internet is so great at making you feel powerful, but at the same time leaving you ultimately powerless. When those things happen way back when, you get mad at them and say to your friends and family and maybe keep it to yourself or join a protest, a strike, an organization, something. Now you talk about it in 240 characters or less to 10,000 strangers and find out that they all agree with you. And there you have it. Everyone agrees with you. Nothing gets done because everybody else also thinks it's kind of fucked up that there's still homeless people. Yeah, they should do something about that. Great. Now you can scroll to your next TikTok with no burden to bear. You did your part. You expressed yourself. Good job. Homelessness, it's not giving. The feeling of online power just shines brighter over how truthfully powerless we are. But we don't want to admit that. That's a scary thought. So we will help the process of turning politics into an easily consumable product, which is not a bad thing, but only really engage with it when everybody else sees fit. You don't want to be the mood killer bringing up how France has killed 22 African presidents since 1963 when everybody else is talking about Travis Kelce scoring a touchdown and doing the warm for Taylor Swift. Real life politics blended ever so heavily into common entertainment, and how can you not feel a certain sense of disconnect if the news about a genocide is right above a video of a cute monkey eating a banana? Yeah, it's bad, I guess, but he got some on his nose. We're not really into all of the thing of having to be held accountable or dwell on it for more than 3 minutes. But can you blame us? You see what's happening nowadays with the pro-Palestine protests, and it's beautiful to see all these different people coming together to uplift and demand justice for a group so starved of any fiber of human benevolence. The show of humility and brotherhood from people from all around the world wanting to do right and heal a country of its open wounds, bringing their oppressors to rightful justice, is one of the reasons humanity is still, at times, one of the most beautiful things to ever exist. The IDF was tried at The Hague, and they rushed it off, and then the US bombed Yemen. Hitler was long dead, and the USA still threw 2 nuclear bombs in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And Obama's not sorry for it still. George Bush made up some shit to invade Iraq and jerk off to soldiers killing Middle Eastern people. Reagan brought crack to black impoverished neighborhoods, and amidst an opioid crisis, his wife told you to just say no. Jeff Bezos would gladly open another rip in the ozone layer if it means that he and his 2 friends can see space. Elon Musk will buy a social media platform and turn it into free land for neo-Nazis and show his California raisins to female employees, then pay for the silence because who cares? The truth is that if they want it, they'll just have it. I think it's unfair to say that we see all these things but never do nothing, because realistically, what can we do besides what we already do? Deep down, we all know that it's not going to be our video on the internet that's going to do anything, but we'll hold tightly, firmly to the idea of having power and get contentment with it, because the flip side is nothing but the harrowing view of the complete powerlessness that we have to carry on our backs like a cross. The truth is that eventually, we'll forget. We'll all collectively forget, and time is the water that washes the blood from evil hands. Something new is going to come up. Some new wrongdoing, some new issue, some new happening. And quietly, but ever so surely, the worry for what happens now is going to slip out of our collective minds. Forgetfulness is different from forgiveness, For those who hold power, it is just as good. Henry Kissinger died. Henry Kissinger, one of the most prolific genocidal bastards that the world has ever seen, with a total of at least 3 million deaths, died November 30th of 2023, peacefully, in his mansion, with an estimated net worth of $50 million at 100 years old. A mother of two just crumbled to her knees, alone in her kitchen, with the horrifying realization that she doesn't have anything left for them to eat. Please like and subscribe. Look, man, I've been kind of wrestling with myself if whether I should do this or not. I love that ending, but I think there's like the second video in a row that the message that you can get is like that you should. So I don't want to be known as that. I feel like I don't want to be known as the motherfucker that makes videos that makes you want to kill yourself. It's not the greatest thing to have. And as much as I stand on what I said 100%, I don't think that all is doomed. I think there's a really foolish and frankly fucking loser way to look at everything. Me personally, I don't think there's gonna be you with your motherfucking eco bag that's gonna save the planet. It's not because you're walking instead of Ubering that the ozone layer is gonna be fine and that every fucking river is not gonna be polluted. I don't think that. I'm not dumb. But what I think that our generation has lost a little bit is the concept that you are not one individual. You're a part of society, whether you like it or not. And as much as all of us got buried like really deep within us, that weird fucking feeling of everything is going to shit, that very vivid doomsday feeling, as much as all of us collectively and very quietly feel that, I think it's just foolish to just let that be the feeling. When you wake up tomorrow, you are still you, still part of the society. Whether you act on it or you don't, that's up to you. But at the end of the day, time is still gonna pass, things are still gonna happen, and if all of us keep quiet, it's just gonna pass us by, like everything has been passing us by for the last fucking decades. It's not up to you. It's not up to me. It's up to all of us, as corny as that sounds. And I don't know, man. Time is yours. Whatever you do with it, that's your problem. But when you wake up tomorrow and you open your eyes, you're still gonna be on this planet. So, strap in for whatever it is that you want. It is what it is, man. Thank you.